Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my YouTube channel and welcome to my vanity. Today I thought I would give you guys kind of a little tour of where I do my makeup the majority of the time. This is my vanity. This is where I get ready. I feel like I have learned a lot about organizing this space and keeping it neat and clean from online communities such as Makeup Addiction on Reddit, as well as Beauty Guru chatter on Reddit, all sorts of Reddit threads. So I thought I would just kind of pass along some tips and tricks I have learned to keep this space looking nice and neat. I really like my vanity. I really like my setup and what I have going on. I'm going to try and tell you where I got almost everything. There are a majority of items that have come from garage sales, however. My mom is a big garage sale person. Really can't like specify or hone in on those items. For the ones that I can tell you, I will definitely be sharing with you all the tips and tricks that I've learned. Let's get into it. Let's take a tour. I'm gonna start over on, I have two different desks. So I have a desk on the left-hand side that houses my makeup palettes as well as a lot of hair accessories and a lot of lip products. And then the main vanity that I have is one that was garage saled as well as was the other one. But on this one, we have things like my makeup brushes, my mirror that I actually do my makeup in. This mirror does light up. It is a godsend. I love it so much. I have another little organizer in this back corner, and then my main kind of collection. And it does have a little drawer, which is totally unorganized and just kind of has miscellaneous stuff at all times. So I'm gonna work everything from left to right so we'll get the full overview of what we're working with. So the very first thing on the far left here is a iridescent carnival glass jar kind of bin thing. This was actually an anniversary present from my mom, and in here lives all of my hair accessories. Obviously you can see there is a ton. They are kind of overflowing. I could probably give this a once over and organize that a little bit better, but for the sake of being candid, this is what it looks like right now. Then we have another carnival glass. This is actually a Fenton carnival glass candy dish. It does have a lid that I just have in storage right now because this houses mainly all of my Jeffree Star liquid lipsticks. So we've got a lot of that in there, as well as things that are pretty tall, like these little face razors and a random Kat Von D lipstick. This is my problematic bin, I guess, because I also have Lime Crime in here. So now that I'm thinking about it, these are all my problematic lipsticks. Here we go. In this back corner, I have this little Texas mug, which I'm obsessed with. I got this on my honeymoon in Austin right before we moved to Louisiana. And in here, I have a ton of different liquid lipsticks from ColourPop, as well as a couple of cream lipsticks from ColourPop and lip liners from ColourPop. So that's pretty much all my like lipsticks that I have on hand. It's pretty much all my nudes and all my most worn colors, if I'm being honest. Then over here is a new addition to my makeup collection that I'm obsessed with. This is actually a dish rack, like a dish drying rack. But I got this at Home Goods for $6.99. You can get them at TJ Maxx, Ross, Target, pretty much anywhere, honestly. Everywhere sells these, but it is marketed as a dish drying rack, but I decided to use it as a makeup palette organizer. As you can see, all of my makeup palettes fit in here pretty beautifully, even like the gigantic palettes and then my little baby palettes, like all my palettes that I use all fit pretty well into this organizer. I did have to put a couple in long-term storage, so ones that I don't use every single day or even like every month are in long-term storage, but this is all my most used palettes. I love having them organized like this. Before, I had them laid out flat on top of this desk, and not only did some of them get incredibly sun bleached, which I don't love, obviously, but I just found that that really cluttered up that space and made it kind of overwhelming for me. And anytime I got a new palette, I kind of struggled on like, where the hell do I put this? I know you're probably thinking, girl, if you can't figure out where to place a new makeup palette, that probably means you have too many, but clearly I have a problem. I believe I picked up that trick from somebody on Reddit who had been organizing their palettes in little like napkin holders. So if you don't have a million palettes like I do, you could always use those little napkin holders that you can find everywhere. Again, HomeGoods, Target, Ross, TJ Maxx, places like that, that kind of house like home accessories. You're gonna be able to find things like that there. But since I do have a billion, this is what I've been implementing. And like I said, it's something that's really like changed how clean and organized this space is and really just made a big difference in my life. Now, obviously I have a big gigantic mirror set up behind my vanity. This vanity did not, well actually no, it did come with a mirror that was attached to it, but it was like a child-size mirror. Like I would have to be like this short for it to work for me. So this is just a mirror I think I probably got from like TJ Maxx or something like that. But this is the mirror that I do my makeup in predominantly, just because it is a magnified mirror. It is a close-up mirror, and like I said, it does light up. So I can see everything a lot more clearly and exactly what my face looks like, which isn't always the funnest experience, but it is a real one. Right behind that mirror, I have all of my makeup brushes that I use on the daily in this nice makeup organizer. This is actually a brand called Brushfolio, and it has truly changed my life. I know that sounds dramatic, but if you're someone who does their makeup all the time, before I had my makeup brushes stored in a little coffee cup container, and I really found that I was wasting so much time sitting there rummaging through it, trying to find the right makeup brush all the time, and I got tired of spending so much time actually just searching for the tool that I was trying to use. So this has really changed my life in terms of just speed, because all of my brushes are laid out so evenly and so nicely that it takes me no time at all to just grab what I need. Really recommend the Brushfolio. I believe it was like $25 with shipping. It was very inexpensive. And kind of the champion point of the Brushfolio, in case you're unfamiliar with it, is it's basically set up for travel. So all you do is pull back on that drawstring, flip it open, and then Velcro it shut, and there you go. All your brushes are good to go, ready to travel with you. So like I said, I really recommend this thing. I've had mine for maybe like 3 years now, and it's lasted perfectly. Like I said, $25. Not a big investment, but something that has definitely changed my life. Moving on a little bit further, I do have this glass organization thing. I don't really know what to call it. I think it's an octagon. Ironically enough, I got this off of forever21.com, which is just strange, but it's just clear glass. It does have a mirrored bottom, but in here I really like to store things like toners that wouldn't, you know, really have a home elsewhere, or things like little serums that I don't necessarily want to store laying flat. I want them to be standing upright, as well as a couple of different foundations, custom cover drops, eye drops, hair oil, just random odds and ends that I don't want to store laying flat. Obviously, I've got my curling iron just rogue out there living its life. And then in this back corner, this is my main makeup storage unit. This is where pretty much all of my daily makeup lives. So I've really taken the time to hone down and kind of reorganize this, because it is such a small container. I did have to really pare down and really keep paring down until everything fit into this unit. I believe this unit was about $20 or $25 from HomeGoods, and I really prefer ones that are made out of this kind of acrylic plastic, because I had one before that was made out of just like normal plastic, and the weight of my makeup was constantly distorting the drawers and making it really difficult to open and shut them. So I really would recommend something with hard acrylic plastic like this. Down in this bottom drawer, I have pretty much how I organize my makeup is by how I put it on. So I've got my first step on the first drawer. So this is all my foundations, concealers, bronzers, setting powders, primers, things of that nature all live in this bottom drawer. This second drawer is all my blushes, highlighters, stuff like that. Again, this is not my entire makeup collection. This is not all the makeup that I own. This is a really pared down version of things that I know that I use all the time consistently. So that is what lives in that drawer. And then moving on to the top, we've got all my mascaras that I'm using currently, along with a random face razor stuck in there. And then in the second drawer, we've got things like little eye glitters from Stila, a eye pencil sharpener, and all of my eyeliners and eyelash curler. On the top of this vanity are just makeup items that, you know, didn't really fit or didn't really have a home elsewhere. I've got my favorite Rocky Horror Picture Show lipsticks. Love those. Those are like ride or die my favorite. I like don't even want to touch them. That's how much they mean to me. But they live up there just because they spark joy in my life and I like to see them. Then I've got a collection of Q-tips with a little micro beauty blender, a little fan to dry my face off, and a little baby Taylor Swift. These are crystals that my husband actually dug out of the ground, a random Shampure Aveda oil. I've got my beauty blender over in this little egg holder. I believe that was about 99 cents to like $2 on Amazon. It is just a hard-boiled egg holder, but I use it to house my beauty blender. That way, once I've used it and my beauty blender is still damp, that will fully keep it dry and not have it be moist at all the next day. So I really like that as well. And then just a random Mardi Gras charm, you know, just kind of odds and ends live up there. It's maybe a little cluttered, but it works for me. It makes me happy to look at. Okay, and now moving on to what is on this wall over here. So over here we actually have a magnetic board that I got off of Amazon. This again was a recommendation that I found on Reddit. Somebody had done this on Reddit and I was like, that is such a genius idea. Before I had this, I really struggled with how to creatively store my single eyeshadows, because since I had them in a drawer, I really found that I didn't really use them that often because it was inconvenient to like sit through and rummage through which ones I wanted. They weren't as easy to clearly see, but now with this board, all of them are clearly displayed. I really like how this has changed how my makeup is stored as far as single eyeshadows go. So all this is a magnetic board, like I said, and what I've done is just glue on magnets onto the back of all of these, and then that's it. That's really all it takes. So I will definitely link these all down below. Like I said, I got the magnets off of Amazon. I got the board off of Amazon. These are just miscellaneous brow products, same thing. Anything that you can glue a magnet to, you can store up on this board. So I really enjoy it. It's really changed my game. That is pretty much it. That's pretty much my entire makeup setup and how I store everything. I do have a bunch of random boxes down here and caboodles full of random makeup that I'm just keeping in long-term storage. I'm not going to show you all that because A, it's embarrassing, and B, it's just not organized. It doesn't look that great. But I just really wanted to take a moment to share with you my makeup setup. Leave a comment down below letting me know, do you have any of the same things as me? Did you take any tips from this video? I would definitely, if I had to recommend one thing, recommend getting the dish holder to organize your palettes. It's really changed my life. But that's it, you guys. I gotta run off to work now, but I love you all. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. And if you'd like to subscribe, I put out new videos every single Wednesday and sometimes on Sundays now too. So be sure to check back here for more content. I'm trying to get up 2 videos every single week, and so far so good. Thank you all again for watching. Like I said, I really appreciate your love and support. I send it all right back to you. Hope you're having a good week, and I'll see you next Wednesday. Bye guys.